Hello and welcome! But what is Cities in Motion? Before we get into this first impressions, you're going to probably be wondering why I'm actually doing an oldish game for a first impression series. And that's because this actually is bundled in the Indie Gala bundle. No, not Indie Gala bundle, Indie Gala Magica bundle. I'm never going to get that right. And surprise, surprise, it's got Magica in it. I think Steponia, obviously Cities in Motion, and a few other things. It's only like one game which is lackluster in that. The rest of them are actually really good. So go check that out. There'll probably be a link in the description for you. Cities in Motion works as a form of strategy game / management game in which you build transportation routes for people to get from place to place. Meanwhile, you're trying to make as much money as you can while trying to keep every single type of category of worker and general people interested in using your transport, bus routes and train routes and monorail routes. So you try to get your white collar workers and blue collar workers, meanwhile also trying to get your hobos and government officials on the trains, which is a wonderful little thing to it. And now an easy way to see what the game is similar to is Transport Tycoon, but apart from the only fact which it has a hell of a lot less depth to it, which isn't actually a bad thing. It does make the game a lot simpler. So it's a simpler version of Transport Tycoon. It doesn't bombard you with as many graphs, basically. Now this means that you can break the game down really easily into 4 different modes, which is Campaign Mode, which basically just gives you a list of objectives and you do them, and that's all you need to do. And then there's scenarios in which you choose the goals which you want to do and then you do them. Sandbox Mode, in which you do whatever the hell you want to do, which is a wonderful little mode to itself. And then there's the Map Editor, which allows you to build your own cities, which actually has surprisingly a good amount of depth to it, and then you can play that later on in the sandbox mode. And to be honest, we're near the end now. So overall the game is a nice little time sink, which is one way to put it. While it would not have the depth of games such as Transport Tycoon, it's simple enough with the ability to be a super mega stat watcher 5000 if you're going to be that obsessive. So if you like management games, then this game is for you. And if you're curious about management games and you want to try and get into management games but get put off by the amounts of graphs which some games will throw at you, then this game's good because you don't actually need to use graphs that much unless you really want to. And if you want a game which is actually a good city building game, say something like SimCity, imagine that but without any restrictions. So you just make your city and there you go, you can just look at your city and go, wow, that's the city right there. And then that is good for you if you like that sort of stuff. I am Lemon Spy, and now you should have some clue to what Cities in Motion is. If you like the video, give me a like. If you want more, then subscribe, please. Or I'll throw marshmallows at you.